The day we have warned y'all about for months is finally here, right? Trump has announced we're finally at war with Iran. And I want to say, Democrats, liberals, right? My leftists, listen, it's horrible, it's despicable. Trump is a terrible, terrible, terrible human being in person. But this is not bad news, man. This is not horrible news, okay? All right? Now, Trump and his neocons are probably going to cost us, I don't know, a couple thousand, American lives, and it's horrible and it's despicable because no American should have to die over this war. But this pretty much just handed over the midterms to us. This pretty much just handed over 2028 to us, right? We are sitting good right now.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
I can already smell Gavin Newsom in the White House, man. I could already smell Gavi's cologne in the Oval Office, man. I can smell it. It's a wonderful day. And the best part about this clown going to war with Iran, he's such a narcissist that he don't even understand, like, the narrative war is lost. Like, the propaganda war is already lost, bruh. It's already lost. Even the white nationalists, the root of his base, even they are against this. This literally has like a 5% approval rating among probably Zionists. And like, that's it. The war and the propaganda war is already lost. Nobody is buying this script of, man, we're going to war because they got nukes and they're trying to destroy America. Man, cut it out, bro. We've been watching Netanyahu tell us for 30 plus years, bro, Iran had nukes that they didn't have. This script ain't working no more, man. Americans are seeing through this.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly. If they wanted to do it.
Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb.
Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade.
Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
It says everything about where we're currently at, that the narrative that Trump is this super naive, super dumb guy who was fooled easily by Israel into believing that Iran have nukes is better than the actual narrative, than the actual reality, which is Trump don't believe that Iran got nukes. Trump understands that Trump is not a stupid guy. Trump is just compromised. Right? We would believe that Trump is naive if we didn't have decades and decades and decades of receipts of Trump alerting the American people that we're going to war in the Middle East for no reason. There's no nukes, right? That everything is a psyop. We're being fooled. We're being tricked. Trump already has alerted us. So Trump is already on game to this, man. Which is why, obviously, the real reality is y'all elected a man with so much blackmail and receipts of him being a pedo that he'd much rather take us to World War III than have the receipts actually come out. That's the actual reality here.
Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries. Among the regime's very first acts was to back a violent takeover of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, holding dozens of American hostages for 444 days. In 1983, Iran's proxies carried out the Marine barracks bombing in Beirut that killed 241 American military personnel. In 2000, they knew and were probably involved with the attack on the USS Cole. Many died. Iranian forces killed and maimed hundreds of American service members in Iraq. The regime's proxies have continued to launch countless attacks against American forces stationed in the Middle East in recent years, as well as U.S. naval and commercial vessels and international shipping lanes. It's been mass terror, and we're not going to put up with it any longer. From Lebanon to Yemen and Syria to Iraq, the regime has armed, trained, and funded terrorist militias that have soaked the earth with blood and guts.
I got a question. How are we at war with Iran because they got nukes when we announced in June we completely destroyed their nuclear program?
Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
These folks operate and do things like we all slow, like we all can't read, like we all got the brain of a MAGA cult member. This is not about no nuclear weapons. It's about Trump being compromised. These folks got Trump by the balls, man, because they got Trump on camera and on tape doing some weird things. If we were truly concerned about nukes in the Middle East, then why are we not going after the only country in the Middle East who have told us they got nukes and they're threatening to use it?
The reason, though, I'm told, that Donald Trump decided to bomb Iran was that the Israelis said, for the first time, if you don't bomb Iran to take out these deep bunkers, we're going to use nuclear weapons. And they had never threatened that before. And so Trump said, bombing Iran might actually save us from the start of World War III if it keeps the Israelis from using nuclear weapons.
So according to your source, the Israelis told the president of the United States that if he did not use the United States military power to bomb the nuclear facilities in Iran, Israel, acting on its own, would use nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Do you see why there's a problem with that statement, John?
Yeah.
Because they've never admitted that they've had them.
That's right.
So you're telling me that they just admitted to the president of the United States that they have nuclear weapons and we still do not have them in the IAEA treaty?
I mean, if Israeli nuclear whistleblowers are to be believed, yeah, they've had them. They started working on them in the 50s. They got them around the late 60s or the early 70s. Look at Mordechai Vanunu. Mm-hmm. You know, he wasn't charged for treason for nothing.
That's the guy who they hid in Rome with the honeypot?
Yeah.
Yeah, 86.
I hate that I even have to say this, but I'm not an anti-Semite. I'm not a bigot. I love all of God's children. But you do have to ask a question is, if our concern are nukes in the Middle East, then how come we're not trying to take away nukes from the only country threatening to use it? Right? Like, isn't that a question?
It has always been the policy of the United States, in particular, my administration, that this terrorist regime can never have a nuclear weapon. I'll say it again. They can never have a nuclear weapon. That is why in Operation Midnight Hammer last June, we obliterated the regime's nuclear program at Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. After that attack, we warned them never to resume their malicious pursuit of nuclear weapons, and we sought repeatedly to make a deal. We tried. They wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. Again, they wanted to do it. They didn't want to do it. They didn't know what was happening. They just wanted to practice evil. But Iran refused, just as it has for decades and decades. They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
These people are absolutely ridiculous. Imagine your enemy telling you, hey, bro, let's squash our issues, man. Let's meet up and have a conversation and talk. And when you get there to meet up and talk, the place get bombed and they try to kill you. And they do this 2 or 3 more times. Eventually, you know what you're going to say? You know what? I don't want to come to no table to sit down and negotiate. I'm good, right? Somehow, some way, whenever I show up to have a conversation, y'all try to bomb us and kill us, right? Even when we link up, at a third-party, neutral location, somehow, some way, y'all find a way to bomb that one too. aka in Saudi. Y'all remember that when we linked up in Saudi to have a third-party negotiation to talk on peaceful grounds? Y'all bombed and killed our generals. We are straight with the negotiations, okay? All right. We don't want to talk no more. Just leave us alone.
Instead, they attempted to rebuild their nuclear program and to continue developing long-range missiles that can now threaten our very good friends and allies in Europe, our troops stationed overseas, and could soon reach the American homeland. Just imagine how emboldened this regime would be if they ever had and actually were armed with nuclear weapons as a means to deliver their message. For these reasons, the United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated. We're going to annihilate their Navy. We're going to ensure that the region's terrorist proxies can no longer destabilize the region or the world and attack our forces and no longer use their IEDs or roadside bombs, as they are sometimes called, to so gravely wound and kill thousands and thousands of people.
MAGA and Israel are already seeing this war on Iran backfire badly on both of them. The anti-Israel propaganda that Netanyahu went on multiple podcasts to combat this year, that TikTok got acquired to combat, is now stronger than ever because of this war. You got Candace Owens going on her timeline and claiming that Israel murdered Charlie Kirk because Charlie Kirk was against, like the U.S. going to war with Iran on behalf of Israel. Right? Candace Owens tweeted, "We would never forget that they murdered Charlie Kirk for this war, and he knew they were going to do it. He spent his final days mentally anguished, texting the very people who would ultimately betray him. In honor of Charlie Kirk, I stand against Israel."
This is more Israel pushing for Iran, but is that America's problem? That's maybe the answer is yes. Maybe the answer is, you know what? They were wrong about Iraq. They were wrong about Syria. They were wrong about Afghanistan. They were wrong about the Taliban. They were wrong about Libya. They were wrong about the Arab Spring. They were wrong about Yemen. They were wrong about the Arabian Peninsula. They were wrong about the 9/11 hijackers being Saudi Arabian. But hey, 10th time's a charm. This time we're actually right. Yeah, you're going to have to earn our trust on this one.
That's just not a loony Candace Owens opinion. The opinion that Israel is involved in Charlie Kirk's murder because Charlie Kirk was anti this Iran war is being regurgitated like bipartisanly. Like, it's being regurgitated by a lot of people on the right and the left right now. This conspiracy is ravaging all across social media because of this Iran war. And in terms of MAGA and Trump, it's over with, man. They have completely lost the majority of their base. It's completely gone. You see, you will obviously have like the white nationalists and the violent racists who understand that for the most part, Trump is their last hope for their ideology. So they, of course, is going to vote for Trump, all right, or J.D. Vance or Trump's tree of politicians because they understand nobody else is going to adopt this racist and violent ideology they have. But outside of that, in terms of all the normal people, in terms of the people who were in the middle, in terms of the people who were, yeah, I'm a Democrat, but I'll vote for Trump, or man, I'm middle, I'll vote for Trump, that's gone. Nobody with a brain is thinking that this administration is equipped to lead anything in the future. It's over with, bruh. It's done for. My heart breaks, man, for the American men and women who are going to die on foreign soil on behalf of this nonsense. Now, if you're somebody who cares about politics, then, again, this is great news for the left because, I don't see a world where, like, the right recovers during midterms or 2028, man. Trump has done an unbelievable job in effing this up. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Do y'all believe this war is justified? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen where I break down the brother of Nipsey Hussle just sent a very strong warning to Nipsey Hussle's killer, who's currently incarcerated. I'm going to see you guys in this video, okay? And if you enjoy my content, please click on the hype below this video to send me a hype to push my videos in the algorithm for me. You get 3 hypes a week, so please send me a hype if you support me. I'm going to see you guys in this video here, okay? I'm out of here, folks. Peace.